The magic, the moments, the inside stories. MSG Originals.
What could we have done as a people to deserve this kind of treatment?
Joe Lapchick is really a man who had a great deal of vision, but also a great deal of courage.
Sweetwater was playing for the love of the game. I think he had a sense of the guys who would come after him.
You could hear all the ugly epithets, and Joe heard it. And Joe made a point of saying to Sweets, "This is a test for you."
You needed a white person and a black person to bring these things together. And you saw it in the NBA with Joe Lapchick and Sweetwater Clifton.
Joe Lapchick is really a man who had a great deal of vision, but also a great deal of courage, because he wanted the world to be a certain way. He said, I don't want it to be this way, I want it to be my way. And my way is I embrace the man who I admire and respect, whether that's at center court or whether that's outside of the arena or in a restaurant or any place. Nat Clifton was an outstanding player from Chicago. He was at DuSable High School. The Globetrotters had signed him for a contract that at the time, allegedly, the highest paid ever for a black basketball player. It was $10,000 that Abe Saperstein had paid him.
They made the proposal. Bobby Douglas and my dad stepped outside and were waiting for the decision to come down.
They all thought, because Lapchick was so influential, because he was with the Knicks, and the Knicks were the centerpiece of the league, that it was a shoo-in.
Ned Irish comes out and informs them that the league had rejected the admission of the Rens. My dad's reaction was angry. He told Bobby Douglas that he was considering resigning from the Knicks as a result. Bobby Douglas's response was, Joe, you can't do that. We need you there as an advocate. Someday you may get the chance to do something about this.
In the summer of 1950, there was a meeting of all the governors of the NBA, and they were trying to decide, after rejecting it previously, whether to integrate the NBA.
This was prior to the NBA draft, and Ned Irish decided that this was the time that he wanted a center and he wanted Sweetwater Clifton. They voted, and apparently that particular vote they refused, or they said, no, we're not going to do this at this time.
There was one individual from the Philadelphia Warriors, in particular Eddie Gottlieb, who was opposed to the idea. And he was surely trying to lobby among the governors to make sure that integration would not take place.
Apparently there was a second meeting and a second vote where Ned Irish said, I don't really care what you guys say, and in fact, I'm going to leave the league if we don't vote yes on this.
And when a 5-5 vote took place, the deciding vote will be cast by the general manager of the Fort Wayne Pistons. His name was Carl Bennett. His vote made it 6-5 in favor of integration.
Eddie Gottlieb made comments along the lines of, you guys don't know what you're doing, you dumb SOBs, you've ruined the game. When Sweetwater Clifton came to the Knicks, it was more than just that they had gotten one of the first black players. This said something to the community, and so it created a great deal of hopefulness and aspiration and positive thought. He was instantly considered a hero, and the fact that he would just be part of the community and be involved and be visible was tremendous.